In this material, you will learn about the options of switching the system to gas supply available in KME NEVO-SKY program. The options are available in the tab Configuration. Switching. The basic parameter is the switching temperature. The system will switch to gas only when the reducer reaches the set temperature, allowing gas to evaporate from a liquid to a gas phase. We recommend using the default value of 35 degrees. A higher value will extend the waiting time for switching, but will ensure more stable engine operation right after switching, especially in winter. Automatic selection of the changeover temperature is possible, depending on the gas temperature at the time of ignition engine. Option Auto. This will reduce the waiting time for switching in the winter period oraz zapewnić stabilną pracę przez cały rok. This option automatically lowers the changeover temperature, depending on the gas temperature below 15 degrees Celsius. Waiting for the right temperature is signaled on the driver's panel by flashing gas level LEDs. The higher the temperature, the more LEDs will flash. Another parameter is the switching RPMs. The system will switch to gas only when the RPM will higher than set. By default, this parameter is set to 400 RPM, so that the system would shift while working on idle. However, there are cases when you try to switch to idle speed associated with unstable work. It is then necessary to set a higher switching RPM. Another option is switching load. In this case, the load at which the switchover occurs cannot be higher than the set value. This allows switching only when the engine is unloaded with a load drop, which in result will ensure smooth switching to gas supply. Switching delay is the minimum time that must elapse from the start of the car to switch to SAG supply. Modern cars are able to work in a long time in warming up the catalyst mode. In these modes, work on gas is not advisable. Then we recommend extending the delay time to 40-50 seconds, simultaneously turning on the warm start mode. Delay after valve opening option ensures that the pressure in the gas pipes is stabilized before starting gas supply to the engine, which guarantees the stability of the entire system. The option of switching cylinders allows you to enter a delay switching to gas for subsequent cylinders. By setting the value to 0, all cylinders will switch at the same time. We recommend setting this value in the range of 0.2 to 0.5 s. Option phase overlap. Petrol gas allows simultaneous work of petrol and gas injectors while switching over. The option significantly increases the smoothness of switching. When the hoses supplying gas from the injector to the manifold intake ports are long. Remember, phase overlapping works differently for injection direct and indirect. In indirect injection, select the number of cycles during which petrol and gas are going to be supplied simultaneously. Time is the length of the gas injector's opening impulse. In direct injection, the initial fraction of petrol addition must be set, and the value by which the gasoline injection will be reduced in subsequent cycles. It is also possible to set the gas injector heating mechanism. It provides better stability of injectors opening at low temperatures. The mechanism is activated when the reducer temperature at the moment of starting the engine is below the set value. The mechanism does not require any additional elements. The warm start function allows immediate switching to gas, disregarding the speed, load, switching delay and gas valve opening delay conditions. It is possible to delay the activation of the warm start mechanism with the parameter activation delay. It is also a delay for the start and stop function. In the switching window, it is also possible to configure the system switching to petrol. Remember, the gas system will absolutely switch to petrol when the gas pressure drops below a certain value. This may indicate an empty gas tank, inefficient reducer, or a defect in the gas system. In such a situation, the user will be notified by signaling on the driver's panel. It is possible to set a delay for this operation mechanism. On vehicles with automatic transmission or when a strong jerk is felt, this time should be reduced, and if it does not work, the minimum pressure should be increased, e.g. up to 0.8 bar. Parameter: sequential cylinder switching causes a delay in switching cylinders to petrol, which makes the transition smoother. Disabling this option will cause all cylinders to switch to gasoline at the same time. For the direct system, you will find additional switching options for EZP, about which you can learn more in the software manual. Remember, by hovering over individual options, you will find additional descriptions in the so-called cloud.